8 tips to live your best life. In no time, you will be able to create a life where you feel fulfilled and happy. Living your best life doesn't mean that you have to have it all figured out at once. You can slowly start by applying one of these tips at a time. Sooner than later, you will notice that your life is changing for the better. The 8 tips are the following. 1. Learn to acknowledge what doesn't feed your soul. Many people tend to force themselves to do things with the hope that they will find love or appreciation for it. Unfortunately, it often turns out that love never comes by. If you try something new and after a couple of times you don't find joy in it, just stop doing it and try something else. 2. Stop pleasing others. When we live to please others, we are living the best life of other people, not ours. It is important to catch yourself when you're doing something you don't like because you feel obliged to do it for the wellness of others. When you live your best life, you are happy to help others and automatically experience a win-win situation when it comes to helping them. 3. Discover what drives you. It is sometimes easier to identify things that we don't like than what we like. Take a moment to reflect on what motivates you to get up in the morning. Think of activities that put a smile on your face and do more of those. 4. Put yourself on the priority list. Choosing to do something for yourself is not being selfish. We often think that if we take care of ourselves, we are automatically self-centered. On the other hand, if you don't place yourself on the priority list, who will? Living your best life means creating an experience tailored to your needs, not those of others. 5. Express self-love. Self-care and self-love are 2 essential activities that will allow you to create space and energy for your best life to happen. Appreciate yourself for who you are right now. This will lead you to respect yourself more and be more driven to put yourself on the priority list. 6. Recognize your abilities. Normally, when we're good at something, we enjoy doing it. List all the things that you're good at and enjoy doing. Once you have your abilities listed, you will be more aware of how you can use those abilities in your daily life. You could also build a resume with those skills, so you can find a job that is perfectly aligned with what you love doing and are good at doing. That way, it will be much easier to sell your skills and get hired for something you enjoy doing. 7. Surround yourself with people who uplift you. If you want to live your best life, you need to take a very close look at the circle of friends you've created. Do they fit what you want to experience in your best life? Are they the type of people that are there for you when you need it? Are they the type of people that you want to be there for you when you need it? Don't be afraid to distance yourself from those people who tend to bring you down or not support your ideas. You don't need more barriers to create your best life. You need people who can help you make it happen. 8. Take time offline. Taking time offline means that you are making an effort to spend more time with yourself. That means meditating, exercising, journaling, or just contemplating your life. By allowing the space to take a step back from the daily distractions of life, you are allowing the space for your best life to manifest. Many successful people will tell you that their best ideas came at a time when they were taking a mental break from the distraction around them. Try it, and you might find an express ticket to your best life. In 8 things you can do to create boundaries so that it's acceptable to be yourself. Boundaries are one of the most underused ways to be the best version of yourself. Here are 8 ways you can create boundaries in your life to be yourself. 1. Learn to say no. Learning to say no is probably one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do to ensure you are in integrity with yourself. Most people are not used to hearing no or respecting the word no. To learn to say no, you have to explore how you react to people who say no to you. Once you are open to others saying no to you, start practicing it yourself. Say no when you don't feel like doing something or when it doesn't feel right for you. 2. Be selective about your friends. Learn to create boundaries in your friendship circle. Be clear about individuals who are supportive and uplift you, and stay away from those who only bring you down or feed drama. Surround yourself with people who appreciate you for who you truly are. 3. Limit your time on social media. Creating boundaries around the time you spend in front of a screen will free up time and energy to reconnect with yourself. Social media tends to feed envy, jealousy, and drama. It's also the place where we tend only to present a perfect version of ourselves. This is in no way being aligned with your authentic self. 4. Be aware of your emotions. When you are aware of how you feel, it's easier to develop boundaries and say no to what makes us feel uncomfortable or misaligned with our needs. The more you will recognize what triggers negative emotions, the more you will be able to create boundaries that limit your interaction with that type of situation. 5. Be clear about your values and beliefs. To have healthy boundaries, you need to know what you value. If you value compassion, but you turn around and start criticizing and gossiping with a friend, you are not in integrity with yourself. Be clear about what you value and then match the behaviors to those values. That way, it will be easier to create boundaries and shift your behavior when it is not aligned with your values and beliefs. 6. Exercise assertiveness. Once you can recognize how you feel and be clear about your values, it will be much easier to assert yourself. For example, if you are with a group of friends and one suggests something you are uncomfortable about, you can assert yourself. Express how you feel and why you don't feel like participating in that idea. The more you will assert yourself, the better you will feel about yourself. Just be mindful that you are not judging or criticizing others when you assert yourself. Position your thoughts in a way that it's about what you feel and what you don't feel is aligned with your values. 7. Stop trying to please others. Creating boundaries means recognizing that sometimes you do things to please others, and that has to stop if it makes you feel bad about yourself. Pay attention to when you say yes, and deep down, you don't feel like doing something. Take the courage to stop trying to please others. For example, if somebody asks you to do something for them and you don't feel it's aligned with your needs, just say that it's not a good time for you. You can also say no. 8. Do what you want. Doing what you want doesn't mean free for all. It means showing compassion toward what lies in your heart and do things that bring you joy, fulfillment, and drive. The more you will do things that bring you joy, the less you will need boundaries. You will surround yourself with people who appreciate you for who you are. You won't need to say no, because it will be aligned with your true self. Once you start setting boundaries, you will notice your life changing, and you will find yourself experiencing more positive moments. This will be the perfect environment to be yourself and live your best life.